Hello, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Hi, how's everybody doing? This is Kevin, and I am going to start streaming some of my drafts for you guys if you want to. Mainly, this is just for me. I want to try and have like a little recording of myself to look back on later on to see my thought process and all that. Um, People can do what they will with this. It doesn't matter. Mainly, it's for me just to kind of look back at. But if it helps anyone else out, then whatever. Anyways, let's get started with this draft. Do, 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 do. So we are in the 10 spot. Looking ahead at the 10 spot, we are probably getting one of these guys, which I like. Let's see here. Wow. Somebody took Julio over Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna fell behind Carroll too. Wow. Okay. This is gonna be a fun draft. So I'm looking at Tatis, Ramirez, Ellie, Devers. Let's see on the way back. Rucker, Alvarez, Vlad, Wood. So I like Tatis here. I like Jose Ramirez here. Lindor. Oh, wow. Okay. Kyle Tucker, I'm not too sold on. Tatis, I do like. So let's go with Tatis right here. Now, when it comes back to me, let's see here. I can slam another outfielder, or I can go and grab. I think Vlad is a very good player. But I like Jordan better if he can stay healthy. So we will go ahead and start off with Tatis and Jordan Alvarez if he falls to me. So Jordan falls to me, so I'm going to go ahead and grab him. Rucker wouldn't have been a bad play either, but I like Jordan a little bit better than Rucker. I just feel like Jordan is in a good spot to bounce back. Rucker, he's in a good spot too, but who knows? Athletics, I mean, they could be good, they could be bad, they're not a really good offensively team. But having Kurtz and Rooker definitely helps them. So, starting off, I got Fernando Tatis and Jordan Alvarez. I feel like that's a good start for the outfield. When it comes back around to me, what am I going to be looking at? I got 34, 39. By the way, so I'm not a professional player. I'm not one of the high profile players. Um, I've started playing on Underdog 2 years ago. My first year, I think I finished with one team in the 50s. I think it was like 51 or 52. And then last year, I had one team that got close to making it to the finals, but didn't quite make it there. So this year, hopefully, my goal is to draft about maybe 50 teams and try to get one of them into the finals. So as far as looking at like diversifying my player portfolio, I'm probably not going to be doing that. I'll probably be slamming the players or picking the players that I truly believe will perform just because I'm only going to be putting 50 entries in. I will try to keep it balanced between those players that I truly like, but I am thinking that I'm going to be heavy on a lot of players that I truly like. So we're up here. We got Arozia, Caminero, Merrill, Riley Green, Suzuki, Freeman, Soderstrom, Belly. Here, I'm going to have to go with Junior Caminero. Even though he plays for the Rays, I think he can still put up a pretty good chunk of points, and that will give me a good infielder to have right there. At least I feel like you want to at least have one good player in each spot. So we'll try to have Junior Caminero. Hopefully he can replicate what he did last year. And even if he goes 30 home runs, I still think he is the better option out of these infielders that are left. So we're going to go ahead and grab him. And I'm looking at either Suzuki, Belly, or Yelich. I like Suzuki, I like Belly, I like Yelich. Riley Green's pretty good too, but I just do not like that Detroit offense at all. There's just not very many good players. You don't have guys that can get on base in front of him. I mean, this guy hit 36 home runs, and he didn't even crack 1,400 points. That's just nuts to me. Like, if you're hitting 35 plus home runs, you should be easily cracking 1,400 points. I mean, look, Freddie even had more than that, but he was stealing bases, which I don't think Riley is much of a stolen base guy. But still, you're hitting that many home runs, you need to be cracking higher than 1,300 points. Like this, for instance, you got Belly, who came close to 30 home runs, and he almost had 1,400 points. Like, give me Belly over Riley Green any day. So we look ahead here. Be at pick 58, 63. So yeah, if anyone watches this or even gets this far, if you want to drop some strategies in the comments, I try to keep to the basic strategies where you want to go like 7-7-6, 7-6-7, or 6-7-7 builds. Obviously, hitting the outfielders early, and um, as far as stacking go, I'm not very big on stacking in baseball because there's just no guarantee that those two players or those three players are going to go off at the same time. I understand it could give you a better advantage, but say, player A hits a couple home runs, there's no guarantee that player B is going to be on base for those, so you're not really going to get those points unless he is. So if he ends up being a dud, then you just wasted a spot on potentially somebody that could have gone off. So it's like, yeah, stacking is not a priority. Maybe in the later rounds, but to me, I just don't see stacking as a priority. So we're going to be coming up here again soon. Number 58. Pick 58. Who would I be looking at pick 58? So here, I can get behind Machado. And that is a stack. Like I just said, I don't care for stacking, but Manny Machado is a good pick, and he goes, so never mind. Telescar, I'm not too big on. Buxton's good, but so I think here I'm gonna kind of change it up. Usually I just slam Buxton, but I'm gonna go with Hunter Brown here because I do believe in him. He's a good pitcher, high upside. So give me Hunter Brown. So now I got one good player there, one good player here. And I got my three starters here in the outfield that are pretty good. Tatis, Alvarez, Bellinger. So I got a good start, something to build off of. I like Cruz here, even though he strikes out quite a bit. Could take another pitcher, but I'm fine with that. Ben Rice, he is a player I am big on, so I'm going to go ahead and grab him. I think he's going to really go off, and I know I do kind of keep up with the rest of the community that plays, and I know a lot of people are calling for him to have a big year, which I truly believe he will have a big year. I mean, you look at all his stats, and it just screams like this guy's going to be a stud. So, through 6 rounds, we got Hunter Brown, Caminero, Rice, Tatis Jr., Alvarez, and Bellinger. I feel like that's pretty good start. This is probably like one of my more common starts. After this draft, I can look over my other lineups, or I can just check out that, see who I've been grabbing most of. But I've been pretty big on like Jordan, Tatis, Ben Rice. Probably going to be overweight on them. Valley, I've been taking a lot more lately. Hunter Brown, I started taking a little bit more. So I drafted 13 other teams, I believe, so far. And I want to say, it's 13 teams I've drafted so far. And in those drafts, I've been pretty heavy on the outfielders early, so this is a good way to kind of mix that up. But I do want to jump back and grab some other players. in the outfield because we are getting to that part where the outfielders are going to start drying up quick, and you're going to be playing more of like low floor, high ceiling players in the outfield pool. So I like Stowers. That Miami offense is kind of questionable, but Kyle Stowers, this guy he's got a lot of power. So if that Miami offense could, actually, you know what? We're gonna go with Vinny. We're gonna go with Vinny here because I love that Royals offense. I love what they've done with it so far. I think they're gonna start. Their young players are gonna take the next step up, and I think he's gonna have an amazing year. So looking down here. Pitcher, I feel like I can push off a little bit longer on. I want to get another outfielder here. And you know what? I feel like Keggs, he's primed to take a next step. I know he struggled a little last year coming up, but it wasn't because he was striking out, getting overmatched. It was just he wasn't making great contact or he was hitting it to somebody. So I feel like Keggs is going to take that next step. And that will help solidify a line up here. So now I'm going to be looking towards bench players, basically, as far as hitters go. So these are going to be the guys that I want to be my main pieces right here, which is Caminero, Rice, Pasquanto, Arquintino, the Sasquatch, Keggs, Belly, Alvarez, Tatis. So Alvarez, he stays healthy. I feel like he's got a very, very high upside. Even, that Houston offense, they're constantly injecting talent into it. So I feel like that Houston offense is definitely going to be good. So if he can stay healthy, hit his 40 home runs, 35, 40 home runs, he's going to be huge. Tatis, he stays healthy. He's got that 30-30 upside, which is huge. Belly, he's in a park that's good for left-handers. He's always got that at least 25 power right there. He can hit 25 plus. He's going to steal you some bases, hopefully. Keggs, he's got that 35 plus power in him. He just needs to put it together, and I think he will. Caminero, we know what he can do. Ben Rice, I feel like he's definitely a 35 plus home run guy. And Vinny, he's keep crushing. He's going to keep crushing. But here we go. Let's see here. Got a bunch of pitchers, some infielders, outfielders. As everybody knows, that drafts the MLB Bestball on Underdog. Outfield dries up pretty quickly. You can see we're already, ninth round. We're 9 rounds in out of 20. And our outfield is pretty much, outfielders are pretty much, down to the prospects that you're taking a chance on, and then you're getting to platoon players or veterans that get injured. So here, let's see. Snell's good if he can stay healthy. I don't think he's going to give us 150 innings, though. Sonny Gray is good. Valdez is good. Let's go with Bush, though. Michael Bush. I like him. The Cubs offense will hopefully take another step. Bregman's going to be someone that can get on base. Only thing is, Bush hits leadoff. I don't know if they plan on keeping him there or not, but he is someone that hits 30 plus home runs, and heck, if they move him back to that 2 or even 4 spot, like, he's going to be driving in quite a bit of runs. Here, I got a lot of Grissom, so I'm going to try and avoid him. I'm going to go ahead and take me Valdez because he's a steady, solid pitcher. He gives up some hard hit balls, but a lot of them are ground balls, which is what you want. So if he can keep doing what he does, eat up innings, strike out, at least 1 an inning, keep it around that, I feel like he is a good pitcher to have. So I don't know if you kind of see my theme here. As far as hitters go, I am mostly like getting those hard contact hitting players. Caminero, Rice, Sasquatch, Pasquantino, Sasquatch guy, Bush. They're all hard hitters. Tatis isn't a hard hitter, but he does get home runs and steals bases. Jordan Alvarez, he's a hard hitter. Jack is a hard hitter. Cody Bellinger's not a hard hitter, but he's in a hitter-friendly park for left-handers, so he does get his home runs and he steals. So that's kind of my theme with these guys. As far as hitters go, I'm looking for those hard hitters because obviously home runs are you get the most points with home runs, doubles. So those are the ones I want. Stolen bases help out if you got your power hitters. It's not really helping out if it's just a slap hitter or somebody that gets on base but doesn't really hit for power. So looking here, our 11th pick, what are we going to do with it? What do we want to do with it? So there's a lot of pitchers. I think I'm going to go ahead and hit Barshall. He has that chance for an everyday role. He has to stay healthy. He gives you 20 home runs. He can steal. Hopefully he'll steal still. I know injuries have kind of taken a toll on him. But I feel like, he's a good fill-in guy for whenever one of these get hurt or if they just don't have a good week. As far as this goes, with this pick, Swanson, he's a good player. He hits for power. But I think I'm going to go King because I like him on a bounce back. And yeah, I think I'm going to go King here. If he can get his 150 innings, 150 plus innings for me, that's great. That's amazing. Keep striking people out. And yeah, I feel like King is in a good bounce back spot, especially since he went back to San Diego, which is a good park to be in. So right now we're sitting at 3, 4, 5. This is going to probably be a 7, 7, 6 build. for us, or for me. The only reason I say that, actually, you know what? No, we're gonna make this a 7-6-7 build. The only reason I say that is because I trust my infielders more than my outfielders. Because Jordan, he is that injury risk. Jack, he's still young. Only gonna be his second year in the majors, so we will load up on some outfielders. We load up on outfield. Now I am going to look towards players that can put up quite a bit as far as power goes. Here, let's see. Yeah, he ain't bad. If he falls to me, Glasnow would be ideal, even though he's not going to give me that innings. Hopefully he's healthy for the playoffs. Evaldi is probably who I should take. There's so many infielders here. And there's so many good pitchers. Who do I take? You know, I'm going to take Colson Montgomery here. And the reason for that is because he hits hard. He gets a lot of hard hits. If he takes that next step, I can see him hitting 30 plus home runs. I mean, he had 21 in 100 and some games. So what's 9 more in like 40 or 50 more games? Connor Griffin, I don't get why people are taking him this high. There's no guarantee. I know they said that, I'm going to take Evaldi here just because I like that. He's a little bit more healthier than Glasnow. I probably could have taken Flattery. I like Flattery as well, but I got a lot of Flattery. So we're going to take Evaldi. Connor Griffin, I don't get why he's going this high. He has a very good pedigree. Talented player, but he also plays for the Pirates, who are well known for not bringing players up right away through the minors. Like, who was it? Maybe Skeens was the only one they rushed through. Everyone else they taken their time with. The highest level he's gotten to is AA, so I figured he's probably going to start out at AA unless he just destroys spring training, which is a possibility, but it's just not like the Pirates are bringing him up that quick. So I don't see him really being effective until later in the year. But how late in the year, if you kind of get what I mean? Because if he's just a player that's sitting and not accruing you any points whatsoever on your bench, he's not helping your total. And then if he comes up during the playoffs and he gets off to a slow start or just, struggles out the gate, kind of like Caglioni's, he ain't going to be much help to you at all. And you're spending quite a bit for him right now. Let's see, we're got him at pick 13, so he's his number 5 infielder. Like, not gonna lie, that infield group is not exactly screaming winner to me. That infield group kind of looks a little weak to me, at least. I love Nico as a player. For fantasy-wise, he's not exactly the greatest. Seager, he's good, but he's always injured, and is he still that guy, that's going to put up a lot of home runs and score you a lot of points? Chisholm, I mean, is Jazz Chisholm here. He could, give you 30-30 upside, but has Chisholm even done that at all the past couple of years? Let's see. Okay, yeah, last year he did. But yeah, even if giving you that 30-30 upside, he still didn't really do much. So we're on the clock here. Let's go ahead and grab Stanton, because we did say that we were going to load up on outfielders. And I like Stanton. Ozuna's not bad, but who knows how much he has left in the tank. And then here, I'm thinking we go Paredes. Yeah, let's go Isaac Paredes. He has that 30 upside, like I said. That Houston offense is always going to be good. I mean, yeah, give me a piece of that Houston offense. And he hits the ball hard, which we like. Anyway, so back to Connor Griffin. I mean, look at this guy's infield. It's a little weak. Like Jose Ramirez, amazing. Chisholm, I mean, he has that upside for 30-30, but who knows? Corey Seager, he has that 30 home run upside, but is Texas going to be good? Like, who do they even have anymore on offense? Nico Horner, I love him. He's a good player, but he's not fantasy good. Then you look at this guy's outfield. I do like his outfielders. They're not my preferred picks, but I do like his outfielders. Merrill, he definitely has that talent if he can put it together. I don't know if he has the pop, though, but he can steal bases if he's healthy. I think he had knee issues last year or something going on. Devers, he's good. And then he's also playing in a pitcher-friendly park. So we'll see how he ends up doing. Suzuki I like. Buxton I like. So he does have good outfielders to pair along with his infielders. And he's got solid pitching. Woodruff, Gray, Umanga, I think he can return back to form. So we're gonna be done with infielder. I love my infielders. I feel like these guys are gonna be good. Outfield, that's where I want to get a little extra insurance, just because CAG is going in his second year. He might still struggle. Jordan is a health risk. So let's go ahead and look who we have. Here, it's not sexy, but we will look at Matthew Boyd. Actually, Jose Soriano. I like Jose Soriano. Not only does he get an upgrade at the pitching coach, but he does have good stuff. He gets ground balls. Doesn't give up. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give up a lot of hard hit. He doesn't give up hard contact, I do believe, if I remember correctly. So I do like him. And he was striking out people towards the end of the season last year. So if he can bring that into this year and do it for a full year, I love it. Let's go. I don't know. Let's go Musgrave here. I like Musgrave. He can get back to those. Well, stay healthy. Get back to 150 plus innings. He's definitely good. Gosh, and this, well, Jordan Walker, he's worth a play. Not, and I like Newbar. Wallner ain't bad either. Jordan Walker, though, he gives you some stolen bases, which I do like. He has some power and he can steal. Newbar, he hits for power. Not necessarily home runs, but he does hit the ball pretty hard. We could take a chance on Jordan Walker. Josh Lowe ain't bad, but I don't know how Los Angeles plans on playing him. Yeah, I think outfield I'm just going to take a chance on Jordan Walker, which I probably shouldn't do since I'm iffy on these other guys. Or I can just draft like I'm right. That these four will be able to carry my team with possibly one of these two filling in every now and then just grab another infielder, which is never a bad idea because you can never have too many infielders since they're probably going to be carrying your team. But so if Augustin Ramirez is there, I like him. I'll grab him. Otherwise, I think I'm going to just go with Jordan Walker. Just because they have that power, stolen base, upside. It's just, he needs to continue his good play. And this guy needs to take that next step, which he hasn't done yet, but he did work on his hitting in the off season, so hopefully you see progress from that. Pitching wise, who do I like pitching wise? And there goes Ramirez. Dang. All right. Ramirez is pretty good player. Feels like he's going to give you that power and speed combo. We're gonna try Jordan Walker. He's not a sexy pick, but if he does take that next step, I like it. Pitching wise, I mean, you got some good names here with Henderson early. It's just a matter of when they're gonna be up, which I don't know. So I'm gonna pass on that because I don't want that dead space. I like Jacob Lopez. I like Chad Patrick. I think Chad Patrick should stick in the majors. But we're going to go Lopez here. Chad's not bad either. I actually like him. I think he'll get his 150 innings around there. Has that upside. He does K. At least one inning, which is what you like, but I also like Jacob Lopez, and I don't have enough of him. I feel like he is going to keep it up as far as what he did last year. So we got Hunter Brown, Framber Valdez, Michael King, Nathan Eovaldi, Jose Soriano, Joe Musgrove, and Jacob Lopez. I feel like that's a solid 7 pitchers, and we are hoping to get a couple 2 starts throughout each round of the playoffs, and hopefully in the finals if we make it there with this team. We got Caminero, Rice, Pasquantino, Bush, Montgomery, Paredes in the infield. I like that. I feel like these 4 right here are going to be consistently good players and carrying that team. Colson will be good if he can, he just does what he did last year and cuts back a little bit on the strikeouts. And Paredes, if he can stay healthy and keep a starting spot, which I think he will, he'll be pretty good. He's got that 30 home run upside, especially at the Astros park, that short porch in left field. And in the outfield, we got Fernando Tatis Jr., Jordan Alvarez, Cody Bellinger, Jack Caglianone, Dalton Varsho, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jordan Walker. I like this outfield group, but there are question marks there. You got Jordan, who hasn't exactly been the most healthiest player, but he is someone with a high ceiling. Cody Bellinger, he's just a good player in a good park. Plays 81 games in a good park. Cag, hopefully he takes next step up. If he doesn't, then we got Varsho, Stanton, Walker. Hopefully one of those can kind of be my 4th outfielder that will be there in case Alvarez gets injured or just need like a fill-in for utility or whatnot. But I do like this. I think there is some decent upside. Let's go ahead and look at other players here just because I'm interested in lineups and who I'm going to be going against. So we got South Philly Spud, the guy that picked first. He has Paul Skeens, Crochet, so he went heavy on the starting pitching early. Christopher Sanchez. Then you grab Pablo Lopez, who's okay. I don't know what happened to this guy. Like, he had like 2 years in Miami where he was good, I believe. Then he had the 1 year in Minnesota where he was like dominant, and he just kind of took a step back last year. So we'll see what he does this year. But if he can get it back together, he's a pretty good pick. Garrett Cole, Jack Leader Cole, he is out till I think at least May or June. So that's kind of, 168. I feel like that where his ADP is good. Maybe a little bit back further. I don't know if I'd be more comfortable taking around pick 200 just because he's coming back from, I think, Tommy John. He's 36, 37 or something, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, and he's coming back around the middle of the season. It's just, I don't feel like he's a good pick this year. And Jack Leader, he's got some good upside if he can keep it or put it together. So overall his pitching is pretty strong. And fielders, he has Naylor, Goodman, Albez, Baldwin, McLean, Royce Lewis, Xavier Edwards. It's not a bad group. Wouldn't be my favorite. I want to feel comfortable with them. Naylor's pretty good. Hunter Goodman's kind of, it's a Colorado Rocky player. I don't know if he's like the greatest pick. Um, but I think he has some good upside if he can put it together. And, you know, Colorado isn't terrible on offense again. Alrighty. My bad. Albies, he is good if he's healthy. I don't know if he steals anymore. That was kind of like a big thing. He was a power hitter that would steal a little. Okay, it looks like, yeah, never mind. He wasn't much of a stolen base guy. So it's just strictly a power hitter. So, I mean, if he can get back to that 30 home run upside, then that's a good pick for that guy. Baldwin, I like. It's just a matter of how much playing time is he going to get. He is a catcher. I don't know if he's DH this year or not. McLean, he's good if he can put it together and stay healthy. He's got high upside. Royce Lewis, power potential, but he strikes out quite a bit. Xavier Edwards, speedster. I mean, he's like a Nico, except I don't think he gets on base as much. Shohei, obviously good. Yelich, I like. Ryan Reynolds, he's seen better days. He's past his prime. He just depends on the Pittsburgh offense. He could be good. He could be bad. Dallas, Garcia, I mean, if Philly can reclaim his form, hitting form, then he, you know, maybe he turns it around. Not really one of my favorite picks. I guess he's good if he gets the playing time. Frill's good if he can stay healthy. Wallner, he's a good upside play, but it is Minnesota's offense, which isn't the greatest. He's got good pitching. That's probably going to carry him with Shohei and Yelich. Otherwise, he's taking a lot of risk elsewhere. So I don't really know how I feel about that lineup. We have this guy who's picking a 2 spot. He has Cole Reagans, Bradish, Gary Perez, Zach Gallen, Shane Baz, Kikuchi, and Lugo. That's a solid pitching group. We don't know where Gallen's going yet, so that kind of does matter. Ari Perez needs to stay healthy. These two are solid players. Baz is solid. He's solid. Lugo, I mean, he's an inning eater. So I feel like that's one thing that you're looking for if pitching is you want someone that's going to go 5 innings, 5+ innings, because you need that quality start. That's huge, getting the quality start and getting your innings. And you need somebody that's going to strike out, at least a batter an inning. If you can do that and you get, 6 innings, 6 Ks, the quality start, and only give up, 3 runs or less, I think you're sitting around like 33 points. Let's see. 18, 36. You give up 3 runs. That knocks you back down to 25. So you're getting about 31 points, which is ideal if you give up, the 3 runs. If you don't, you give up like 1 or 2, you get more. But yeah, you want to try to find someone that's going to give you that 31+ points pitching. And I feel like Lugo is someone that can do that, whether it's going deep in the games or just having a good game and striking out 1 inning. He has Gunnar Henderson, Kyle Rayleigh. I'm going to mispronounce some names. I apologize in advance for that. Well, I apologize for mispronouncing some names. Kyle Rayleigh. You got Zach Neto, CJ Abrams, Marcus Semien, Kazuma Okamoto. He's got a solid group. Infield, there's Abrams is not bad, especially if you can take another next step up. I like Neto, but he doesn't really hit a lot of fly balls, which is gonna. Well, never mind. So he does get those home runs, which is good. So I like Neto. Yeah, he's got a solid group here in the infield. Very solid group. That's probably his strong. Yeah, that's going to be his strong. The strong part on his roster is that infield. Those four are pretty good. Simeon, if he reclaims his hitting, he's in a very good spot, especially that New York lineup. I like the moves they made this offseason. I think they're going to have a pretty good offense. Okamoto, I mean, transitioning from one of those foreign leagues, I think he was from the Korean League, coming over to the state sides, that could be a difficult transition, but if he transitions well, that's dang good value there. Outfield, he has Soto, Ward, Nemo, Cruz, Lyle, Benj, and Bader. So I like his outfield. It's a solid group. I can understand it and get to like it. Soto, obviously no explanation needed. Ward, I mean, he gives you that 25, 30 plus home run upside, and he's going to a Baltimore lineup, which will hopefully be good again. Nemo, he's good, but he's also going to Texas. I mean, he's still got a good bat. Dylan Cruz, we'll see if he takes that next step. I don't have high hopes for him. I wasn't really big on him as a prospect, even though he was rated pretty high. But we'll see if he takes that next step and proves me wrong. Dylan Lyle, he's not bad. I think Lyle mostly hits for contact. He's not much of a power hitter. But it looks like this guy is stacking, building stacks. So I guess, yeah, that goes well for Washington stack. Carson Bench, wow. I mean, he's a great player. Don't know where he fits in this year in the Mets lineup, or if he's even going to be up this year. He might be up towards the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe he breaks with the team out of spring training, but he's going to really have to wow people to do that. They also have this kid, Sean Clifford, that is down there. I believe they are working him into the outfield, and he's got a pretty good bat as well. Not as good as Benj, but Benj is also, I think, younger. I don't know if he's made it past Double-A yet. If he has, then he probably will see the big league at some point this year. Harrison Bader. Yeah, I mean, he's a nice shot in the dark. I don't think what he did last year is going to carry over to this year. He hasn't really been the most consistent player. This guy went 8.66 in the 3-hole. Got Joel Ryan, Robbie Ray, Sandy Alcantara. I'm going to try to speed this up, going through these teams, only because I know my wife is looking for me right now. So I need to hurry up. Ryan, Ray, Alcantara, Bubiak, Ashcraft, Kate Horton, Detmers, Bello. That's a solid group. They all stay healthy, solid group, and they get spots in the rotation. Yeah, it's a solid group right there. I like it. Kurtz, Alonso, Harper, Betts, Holiday, Manzaro. I like Kurtz, Alonso, that's good. It's a solid, good group. Betts, I think he's definitely seen his best days already. He's on that downfall now, which is kind of sad to see. But yeah, Jackson Holiday, we'll see if he takes that next step. Cal Manzardo, same thing. See if he takes that next step. So he does have a solid group of infielders. Harper's got to stay healthy. Oh, he has Judge in the outfield, Harris, Luis Roberts, Marcy. He is weak in the outfield. He does have Judge, which is obviously an amazing pick. Michael Harris, 2020 upside, but it also depends on Atlanta, how their offense does this year, and if he takes that next step. Luis Roberts, that's a lotto play. He has the talent. You're hoping that change of scenery allows him to untap that talent, but I just don't see it. I think he has holes in his game as far as hitting goes. Marcy, the more I read about this kid, the more I tend to like. My only thing is he plays for Miami, so I feel like his ceiling is a little limited there. I thought he was just a speed guy, but the more I look into it, I realize, that he does have some pop to him too. So if he could do 2020 or 2030, that would be pretty good. It depends too on what he's going to give you as far as RBIs and runs, and that Miami offense does not, it doesn't give me the confidence that he's going to hit in close to 100 or score 100 runs. Wilyer Abreu, I like him, but he is also on a team that is crowded, and I know they were shopping him last year. I don't know what the plan is for him this year, but he is good. Has some good upside if he can get an everyday role. And Frelick is not a bad play, but he's not somebody I would want for best ball out. Yeah, he's just not someone I would want for best ball points league. Maybe if it was category, yeah, but points, nah, he's not somebody I would really care for. You got the fourth spot. They went Skubal, Yamamoto, Wheeler, Yasevich, Castillo, Nolan. I like Skubal, Yamamoto, Yasevich. Castillo I can get behind. Wheeler, he's a damn good player. We don't know when he's coming back though. I feel like he should be going at least another 40 spots back. Nola, who knows with him? Holy cow. He is so inconsistent. But when he's on, he's on. So that is a solid group right there. You got Witt Jr., Garcia, Swanson, Perez, Lowe, Stott, So this guy was focusing on stacking, obviously, with the two Phillies, Kansas City Royals. You got Cubs. Witt, Garcia. Dude, I love this Kansas City offense. I feel like this is their year. That they become like an offensive powerhouse. Are they going to rival like the Yankees or Dodgers? No, but I feel like they got a lot of talent, a lot of talented hitters that they're going to be pretty good. They're going to be scoring runs. So I do love those two picks. I love the Swanson pick. He has that 2020 upside. I think Council had him running. Yeah, Council had him running. He has that 2020 upside. And he hits on a good team. If you can't tell, I'm a Cubs fan. Cubs, yeah, I feel like they're a good team. Their offense is going to be good. How can I put this? it seems like they're kind of going more towards old school. They're going for the players that hit more for contact instead of power. So I do feel like he's going to have more opportunities as far as RBIs and stuff like that. Plus, he offers that pop. So, Salvi, shoot. Salvi is just, yeah, he's that guy that probably going to give you 30 home runs. And like I said, I love that offense. So, hopefully, he'll score more runs. Brandon Lowe, he has the pop. It's just that Pittsburgh offense is so bad and inconsistent. And then Stop Bomb, I mean, they're in a good offense, but yeah, I mean, they're okay. I feel like you probably could have gotten better players. But who knows? Maybe they spike. I don't know how much they're going to spike because I don't think Stott's much of a power threat. Bomb neither. Neither of them are very much like power threats. Got Roman Anthony, Ian Happ, Jose Altuve, Quan, Adele, DeLauer, Monic. Anthony, I love him. I got a lot of him. Happ, I like. Altuve, Quan. Altuve, he's headed downhill, which is, again, sad to see like Mookie Betts because they're really good players. Actually, great players. Like, they play the game right. Quan, he's a good player, but I can see him as a fourth outfielder, I guess, yeah. He'll be that steady guy, but he's not going to give you those spike weeks. Adele, I mean, that Los Angeles lineup can get better, and that would help out quite a bit. Yeah, that Los Angeles lineup gets better, and when Adele keeps getting better too, he takes that next step, and yeah, that's gonna be a good pick. Chase DeLauer, that's a lot of upside there if he comes up and just keeps takes that next step. Mickey Monic, I mean, it's Colorado. Let's go to number 5, Worlds. Gilbert, I like. Burns, I like. But what was it with Burns? Burns. Oh, he just needs to better locate his pitches. If I remember rightly, he does throw a lot of strikes. It's just he was getting hit pretty hard, or getting hit often and hard. So if he can, hit those corners more and whatnot, that would help him out, especially with a freaking 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Hit those inside corners, and yeah. Lodillo, Kelly, Singer, Bryce Miller, Quinn Prester. This guy's pitching's a little weak. Lodillo, he's got to stay healthy. He's got some good stuff otherwise. Gilbert, Burns are my favorite out of this. Kelly would be my third. Kelly, even him, like he's getting older. He's not the same. He's just an inning eater now. If you're lucky, he gets you a K an inning. Miller, I mean, he took a step back last year. Brady Singer ain't bad. I think he's like, he'll give you 170 innings. Yeah, about 170 innings, almost a K an inning, so he's not bad. Gives you those quality starts, which is what you want, but Yeah, he's not bad. I guess, yeah, you just gotta, like you did here, stack and hope that you get those 2 start weeks. And Frister, he's a solid pitcher. I think he strikes people out too. Let me see here. About 7 or 8 Ks every 9 innings on average, so he's not bad. Yeah, he's a good pitcher. Definitely somebody I would take in the later rounds. Anyways, on to the infield. We got Marte, Perdomo, Contreras, Terrain. This guy was stacking. Story, Torres. It's an alright group. Not my fave. Not something I particularly like. Trevor Story is good if he can stay healthy. He's 30-30 upside. Contreras is good. He's got some pop to him. I think last year he didn't hit as much as the year before as far as home runs go, but he does have that pop, and the Milwaukee offense is pretty good. Trang, I think he's more of like a stolen base, on base guy, contact hitter, if I remember correctly. Perdomo, his advanced stats weren't the greatest. So that's why I don't care for him. But if he can replicate his season last year, then he's definitely worth it. Marte, he's a pretty good player. Corbin Carroll, Jackson Chourio, Duran, Butler, Rafaela, Carpenter, Beck. Chourio needs to take that next step. Duran, I mean, he can stay consistent, but it felt like he was kind of on a going downhill last year. So he might have just been a one-year wonder. Carroll, obviously, he's good. Butler needs to take that next step. Rafaela needs to take a next step, and he's in a crowded outfield. Carpenter needs to stay healthy. The way they like him, he's good. And Beck, I'm not too fluent with him. Yeah, this outfield group, to me, it's weak. This team overall just is not my favorite. Doesn't scream a whole lot of potential. This guy in the number 6 spot, 6 hole. Dylan Cease, Jesus Luzardo, Mackenzie Gore, Edward Cabrera, Roki Sasaki, Shane Smith. It's a solid pitching group, I believe. I like Cease, Luzardo I like, Gore I like. If he can be more consistent, that's a steal. Edward Cabrera, if he can replicate last year and give you 150 plus innings, I love that. Last year he wasn't walking as much, which is good. He just needs to stay healthy. He's had control problems in the past, so that's my only complaint with him. Otherwise, he's a good pick. Sasaki, who knows if he's even going to be in the rotation. He might be in the bullpen, but the Dodgers do some funky things with their pitchers, so who knows? He might be in the rotation. If he is, he definitely has the talent. He just needs to put it together, get the confidence. Shane Smith, I like him. He's a good pitcher to have. So overall, I like this guy's pitching. Freeman, Turner, Diaz, Wilson, Smith, Berger, and Ariz. Not much I can say about this. I think there's not really a lot of upside here. You got Freeman and Turner who are good. Turner, I mean, he's definitely seen better times, but he is still a threat on the base path, and he does hit with some pop. Diaz is not really one of my favorite picks. Jacob Wilson, I mean, he gets on base. What more can you say? Will Smith, he has a little pop to him, and he's in a great offense, but he also catches, so yeah, it's pretty hit or miss. Who knows what's going to happen with him? Reeves is just a contact hitter. Rodriguez, James Woods, Pico Armstrong, Nel Cruz, Grissom, Dominguez, Castro. This is a strong outfield group. I do like that. Like I said before, with O'Neal Cruz, he's got the pop. He strikes out quite a bit, so if he can clean that up, he can be a good player. Same with James Wood. He has the pop, but he does strike out quite a bit as well. But he's young, so if he cleans that up, he'll be a stud. Same with Pete Crow Armstrong. He needs to kind of take that next step because he did fall off towards the second half. Grisham gets that pop, and I think he does steal a little, not a whole lot. Dominguez, who knows what the heck's going to happen with him, but if New York is smart, they keep him as a bench player or send him back down to AAA. Castro, I'm not big on any Colorado hitters. Not until that offense shows me something. So, 7th pick, Sale, DeGrom, Wallenbach, Chandler, Suarez, Rodon. I like his pitching. Those are good pitchers to have. Olson, Riley, Lingers, Torkelson, Contreras, Rushman, Aranda. Those are dang good hitters. I like his infielders. A lot of potential there. Acuna, Rooker, Soderstrom, Profar, Chandler, Simpson, Mullins, Marsh. Acuna, Rooker, Soderstrom's alright. Zalfield, I'm not much of a fan of. He does have 2 good ones, so that's good. So he just needs 1, sometimes 2 out of these to pop, which Soderstrom could. Profile ain't bad. Yeah, not much more to say about that. Oh, 8-hole. Strider, Kirby, Gossman, Pepia, Flattery, Rogers, Abbott. Like his pitching. That's strong pitching. Guerrero, Machado, Adames, Chapman, Barger, Stewart, Carter Jensen. That's a good hitters in the infield. I like it. These 2 though. See, Stewart, he's a good lotto play. He has a chance to break with the team out at camp, but he might not. And Jensen, I don't think he's going to start in the majors. I think he's going to be in the minors starting out. So, again, that just comes to, well, when are they going to be here? So now he has 2 spots, potentially 2 spots that aren't even gonna help towards his offense at all. So it's like, yeah. Usually, if I'm gonna take someone that's not gonna possibly break with the major league team out of camp, I only want to take 1, especially in positions. You just want to go with 1 here or 1 here. You don't want to double up because that is less bullets, for your lineup for that week. So look at Zalfield, he has Schwarber, Langford, Springer, Trout, Lee, Soler. Not a fan. Trout, I mean, if he can stay healthy, he's good. But he is kind of falling off. The injuries and age is just taking a toll on him. Springer, I feel like last year was an outlier. He's going to fall back into his usual. So this is a little too high for him. Langford I like here. Schwarber I like. Langford, if he takes the next step, he's going to be pretty good. And I think he's the key to Texas. If he takes that next step, they're at least going to have a decent lineup. Yeah, and these others, I'm not interested in those players at all. Number 9, we got Wu, Peralta, McLean, Schlitter, Fried, Glasnow, Bieber. I like those pitchers. He got a strong pitching group. Lindor, Bichetti, Bregman, Suarez, Pena, Murakami, Walker, Tovar, Ramirez. This guy. This guy is just, I don't know, he doesn't have a chance, I don't think. Invested way too much in infield. You didn't invest anything in your outfield. And even your infield, like you went Lindor at pick 9. Bichetti at pick 16. Like, what? Yeah, this guy's team is just, he just wasted money, basically. Mine already went over. 11, pick 11, the guy went Webb, Green, Snell, Pavetta, Gavin Williams, Bybee, Sheehan, McCallahan. That's a solid group of pitchers. I wouldn't mind them. They're pretty good. Webb, Green, Snell are your Pavetta, and Williams actually. So these 5 are basically your big guys. These guys are good. They have potential. Bybee, it's just a matter if he gets back to form. Same with McCallahan. And then Shaheen, he just needs to get some playing time. Infield, he has Ellie De La Cruz, Jordan Westberg, Spencer Steer, Luke Keeschel. Ellie De La Cruz is good. Spencer Steer ain't bad. Westberg, I mean, if he has a everyday spot, he's got potential. Keeschel, if he has the everyday spot and takes that next step in Minnesota, it can actually be a decent offense, then he has potential, I guess. Tucker, Arozarena, Green, Hernandez, Stowers, Cowser, Laureano, Cassie. He's got a good outfield group. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Kyle Tucker going that early, only because I don't think he's much of a power hitter, if I remember correctly. Like, he had some good years hitting in Houston, but hasn't really been able to replicate that. He does give you that speed, but he is also playing for the Dodgers, so I don't know how much they're going to really try running with all those good hitters. Rosarina, he's good. He's got that 20-20 upside, possibly 30-30 upside. Riley Green, he's good. Hernandez is, I mean, he gets you some pop, but he's good for spike weeks, but I don't think he's consistent enough. Stowers, he's good. Cowser ain't bad. he's just got to put it together. Laureano, Cassie, I mean, yeah, not much to say about those. Overall, he has a decently good team. And this guy, we already went over this guy. Like his outfielders, 1 through 4. Zuna, it just depends where he goes. His better days are definitely behind him. Santander, I don't have much faith in him. I think that's a little high. Yeah. Overall, I feel like my team could make a push in this pod, but there are other teams here that I do like better, or I think have more potential than mine. But it is baseball. Players got to stay healthy, and they have to produce. And we will see what happens. Anyways, like I said, these videos I'm mainly filming for myself just so I can look back on them in the future, see where I went wrong or what mistakes I made, or maybe I put too much faith in certain players or whatnot. Just something that I can learn off of. Anyone else, wants to chime in and whatnot, I'm more than happy to interact with people. If my channel for some reason gets big, then hey, that's cool too. I'll definitely put out more content. I'm gonna try to record the rest of my drafts, just so they're out there. And like I said, so I have something to look back on, so I can see maybe where I went wrong in my drafts and whatnot, in my thought process. But yeah, if you guys like it, then hit the like and let me know. Or if you have any strategies or any other good tips for me, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it, or anything. But yeah, I am going to sign off here, and maybe tomorrow